Boom, here we are. We're onto it. We're at it. We've done it. We're here. We've made it to episode 4, which is kind of cool. If you think about it, if in the way the Star Wars universe, can I not talk today? Are you guys hearing this? Oh my god. Ugh. I was saying, if this was in the sense of the Star Wars universe, since this is episode 4, we're actually on episode 1. So welcome to my first episode of the podcast. That means episode 1 is actually episode 4. So that means you have to go back there to listen. I don't know what the fuck I'm even saying anymore. It's Sunday. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord that it's the Lord's Day. Today is the day. Although I'm not really sure if anyone's aware if Sunday is actually the Lord's Day, because all he said was on the 7th day. What if, we're kind of in America, we're the only ones who start on Sunday as the start of the week. So I guess in our country it should be Saturday is the Lord's Day, but everywhere else it starts on Monday, because that makes sense, because it's the weekend, end of the week, not the end week, start week break type deal that I don't even know what the correct word would be for that. That's alright. I'm feeling like being a little more just silly, goofy, trying to loosen up a little. Life gets stressful, but I'm trying to kind of keep it mellow, kind of keep it chill. It's the only real thing you can do. Today I brought with me my special guest, Oshi and Thunder. They're both here. Here's the deal, this might be one of my last podcasts by myself, actually, now that I think about it. Got some people lined up to start showing up here this week, and that'll be cool. Gonna have to deal with not just my voice, then you'll have to listen to somebody else's voice. And, you're probably thinking, oh, thank God, we don't have to listen to this nasally, annoying-ass voice all day. And I agree with you, I don't want to listen to it either. That's why I have the live monitoring and my headphones turned off. I don't want to hear that shit either. What can you do? It's going to be kind of cool getting some extra people on here, getting some other perspectives, because as fun as it is just listening to me talk and what I think and my ideas, I think it'd be good to have me get challenged on a few ideas here too, because I'm just kind of openly talking, and I'm sure somebody along the line has been like, oh, you complete fucking idiot, and I don't know, because I'm just talking to a wall almost. So that'd be kind of cool to get somebody else on there to kind of maybe hold me in check a little if I start going off about something that's like, hey dude, you should probably shut the fuck up about this one. Yeah, I probably should. Trying to be more of a positive person, and by that, what I've been trying to do, because you can only really dictate, only dictate your mental capacity so much. There becomes a time, and people are like, oh, can do anything, set your mind to, man. Can do anything, set your mind to. Okay, whatever. What I'm trying to say is that you kind of are, as a person, you're kind of accumulation of your 5 closest friends. That's kind of who you are. You kind of feed off of their energy, and they kind of feed off of yours. And if you're getting some sort of a mixture that kind of tastes like dog shit, you probably don't want to be hanging around this dog shit, man. You should probably get something that tastes like a pumpkin spice latte or something, as everyone seems to be into. I'm not really into that the coffee and shit. I wish I fucking was, though, because I'm super into soda and energy drinks. Oh, fuck, man. You get caffeine somehow, and it's whatever, but coffee doesn't seem to be giving people cancer and shit, where all these energy drinks are like, yo, this is linked to 17 kids dying yesterday on a bus. Oh, that's good. That's great. I'm glad I can be a part of that. Some cool updates here. I think I was on stage 9 times in 7 days last week, which was fucking awesome. But I was definitely worn down, dude. Last week was a long week. The week before that was a long week. It's been a long couple of weeks. Been doing a lot of traveling. Thunder. You can be in the podcast, but you can't be a little shithead then. You can be here, but you need to behave. I swear it's like having children. Everyone with cats knows this. Like, you'll just be chilling, and then you'll hear nothing for just a little too long. And you're like, should probably check in on that quietness up there. You look over, and it's your cat, like, digging a hole in your furnace. You're like, hey, get the fuck out of there. But I'm actually not in the furnace room. I'm in this little studio up here, so that's cool. Fuck, what was I talking about? God damn it. Thunder? Look what you've done. Look what you have done. You goober. You little shithead. Because now she's over here like, oh, it's all good, dude. Like, I'm a cat, remember? Like, I can't. I'm just a kitty. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Everyone who knows my cats, dude, no. They're hardly cats, dude. I mean, one of them, Oshi, I mean, shit, I got her, like, meltdown phase of my fucking life. So Oshi has been there in, like, 7 different homes. Not really 7 different homes, but probably, I think 3 or 4. 3 or 4 different homes, had different animals living with her in the houses that we've been in. She's had so many new people she's had to meet and just be okay with. She's fucking eaten slices of pizza and licked up beer and shit. She has been through the fucking ringer. Like, this cat, mind you, I'm not feeding her the beer and pizza. Calling PETA. Shut the fuck up. She just kind of got it off the like, everyone knows what cats do. They just climb wherever they see something good, and they just get it. She's kind of seen some shit, so she's actually really mellow. That's Oshi, and she's right here. Hi, girl. Oh, shout out Oshi. She's like, yo, listen to it later. Meanwhile, Thunder's over here. I got Thunder back in Grand Forks, and I got her from that hurricane in Texas. They were like, yo, you got room for a cat in your house? And I'm like, oh, I've already got one. They're like, oh, they need friends. I'm like, good point. So went ahead and got another cat. Named her Thunder after my hockey kids. I'm sure I already said that. I just don't remember. She's pretty fucking cool, too. She's kind of a little asshole at times. But she's seen a lot of shit, man. She's been abused and whatever in the past, too. So you can kind of tell she's gotten sort of the defensive. Thunder, get out of there. Get out of there. See, she's still that little shithead, though. You gotta watch her. She's kind of like that toddler that just realizes that she doesn't need to listen to the parents. Like, it's a good idea to, like, listen to them, but it's not like a life or death situation. And that's kind of where my cat's at right now, where I'll be like, hey, I need you to not run with the scissors. And your kid's, like, pretends like she suddenly went deaf and just, I'm Helen Keller, I can't hear you. And just runs with the scissors anyway. That's kind of what Thunder is. I'll be like, oh, Thunder, I need you to stop doing that. And she'll just keep doing it. But then, very much like the children, you stand up and make a sound of you standing up, and they fucking whoop, tense up, asshole clenched. They are suddenly afraid to do whatever it was that they were going to do, and they look at you like, hey, man, why are you being so mean? Because you're being a little shit. That's why. It's all good. That's all good stuff. That's all cool. I was watching Netflix. Shit, dude. Have you guys seen... First of all, before we get into this one, I want to talk about Arsenio Hall got a Netflix special. And I'm going to be honest with you. I thought he already had one. I'm kind of shocked this is his first one. That dude is fucking funny. And this is his first special. I mean, dude, I've sat through some grueling fucking Netflix specials where you're like, where the fuck did they get this audience from? Like, holy shit. But Arsenio Hall gets his first one, and it's a banger. I definitely go check it out. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, man. But I watched this other one, just this cringe. It's called Hey Privilege, It's Me, Chelsea. All right, Chelsea. All right, let's break this down here. Here is why we're never going to get rid of racism, and it's because of the people who are trying to get rid of racism so hard. Like, you keep bringing all this shit up. Like, you're gonna keep circulating it and keep it's like the same thing of when you get like a reoccurring injury and you just keep bringing it back up and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe it doesn't fix it. It's because you keep walking on your fucking broken leg, Sharon. It's never gonna get fixed if you keep walking on your fucking femur while it's cracked, bitch. It's the same thing as this fucking racism shit. Everyone, you have the privilege and you don't have the privilege, and here's 2 stars for you, but you're white, so your suffering doesn't matter as much. It's like, you guys, stop it. What is the fucking problem? She goes around and she's basically just apologizing about the jokes she's made and shit. It's like, Chelsea, girl, put it. First of all, somebody at Netflix had to have been like, "This is a good idea. definitely get the camera crews out there. Like, who did that? Obviously, someone in California. Number one. Number two, you could have done anything with your hour. You could have done anything with your hour. But what you did was you made a special about apologizing to the community. So here's what went down. You think she's all brave and special. Oh, look what she's recollecting. She made millions of dollars off the first time she made the jokes about them. And now she's making millions of dollars again from them. Again, because now she's going to apologize for it. And everyone's sucking it up like it's the fucking greatest thing. You guys are so dumb. Jesus Christ. Pay attention. It's like the opioid crisis. You wires are gonna be billed $1.3 billion. Okay, they made $14 billion. What is $1.3 billion out of 14? I mean, that's almost. I guarantee you that was in the fucking business plan when they introduced the OxyContin in the first fucking place. And now those same companies are turning around and making the antidote for the OxyContin shit. Like, it unless these companies physically get the shit kicked out of them. Like, it's the same. It's across the board. You know, it's almost like the illusion of choice and the illusion of punishment. You know, it seems like a lot of money, and since we're all looking at such a short scope of news, it's constant, and one after another. It's another day of breaking news. Donald Trump tweets pussy and blah blah. It's like, Jesus Christ, everyone's so like brain boggled by all this shit, and I think it's on purpose. Like, they keep shoving all this bullshit. Like, have you ever seen V for Vendetta? You know what? Let me back up. I know you guys have seen V for Vendetta, so I'm just going to go ahead and comment on it. So in the movie V for Vendetta, there is a scene where they talk about, on the news, show all the shootings, all the stabbings, show them why they need us, and they keep showing the media on all these horrible things, and the government's the savior, and blah, 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 blah. You guys don't think that's fucking happening right now? Like, to us, though? I mean, think about it. Let's think about it. Jeffrey Epstein. Dude traffics children for international sex slavery, right? I don't like hopping on the conspiracy train. I mean, who am I kidding? I love hopping on the conspiracy train. But I like to be critical of it too, because like there's a lot of bullshit out there, and then it makes it like your fucking chemtrails. Listen, there is shit being sprayed in the air to manipulate weather, and there is shit being sprayed in the air, and there is one dangerous thing being sprayed in the air right now. Lithium, and NASA's doing it. They actually put it on the news the other day, and this is what they wrote on their screen. They wrote, "We're spraying lithium, which is a lithium-based something. I don't remember what it is, but it's a pathogenic agent that people breathe into their lungs, and it goes in and takes care of a pathological mission. And then it has comma, which is legal. It's a new form of warfare, and it says that all on the slide from NASA.gov. So if you don't even have to fucking believe me right now, you can go Google it. Fucking NASA.gov. I'll give you the sites right fucking there. So that one is actually the real world one that you do need to be worried about. But on the same token, dude, fuck, man. People are doing some crazy shit when they're talking, oh, yeah, every airline and the pilots are in on it. Ugh. Are you seriously assuming, like, dude, pilots make, like, fucking, when they're starting out, like, what, $30,000 a year? They're trying to find a place to live and, like, eat. They're not worried about it. They are not doing that shit. There are real world conspiracies out there. And these fake bullshit ones really, really dirty up the water, man. It's hard to find a good-looking salmon when all of them are just a bunch of fucking muckfish down there and some dirty ducks. Ugh, do you see how off track I got right there? Like, just... What I was trying to say about that, Epstein does all that, but R. Kelly does it, and he gets a fucking Netflix documentary about it and all this... You know what I mean? Like... I'm not saying either of them should be excused. In fact, I'm saying both of them should be fucking fed balls first to a pair of dogs. Like that, I'm telling you. Why is this guy getting off the hook? And I'll tell you why. Because I'm pretty sure it's a body double. I'm pretty sure Epstein didn't die. And if he did, man, he aged a fuck ton and got some ear reconstructive surgery and some nose reconstructive surgery done too at the same time. But he moved all of his money 2 days beforehand. And then his girlfriend and him disappeared, and then he died. Shocking. But what's so great about this internet trend is it's keeping it alive. Like, everyone's just like, yo, we ain't letting this motherfucker go. Like, Love it. We're in this to the fucking finish, and we're going to keep going until we get some goddamn answers. I want to know why President Clinton rode his fucking plane 167 times to that sex island. Would you go audit? Or you going to just do some landscaping or do a round of golf? You fucking, no, you didn't. You went there to go fuck some children, and you know it. That's why there's that painting in there of him, like, crossed his legs, and that was in the New York Times, Washington Post. It was everywhere because it's real. There's a picture of him in there. There's a picture of fucking George Bush throwing paper planes at Lincoln Log Towers, knocking them down in the same fucking mansion. Everyone, oh, man, I'm just trying to, like, it's so clear what's going on. It's so evident. If you just stop listening to what the fucking mainstream news is telling you to believe, and if you stop identifying with identity politics, because you aren't free if you keep thinking like everyone else does. You don't have true freedom if the only thing you do is listen for answers. You have to form some of your own. You need to. Otherwise, what you are just super easily manipulated, and nobody. I'm not easily manipulated. I'm not. That's not me, bro. That's not me. Yeah, it is, dude. Yeah, it is. It totally is. If you're walking around with that, "Yo, make America great again," or if you're on the left side, "Fucking impeach Donald Trump," you guys are literally just doing the same shit that other people are fucking doing. You are not unique. You're not brave. You're not special. Nothing you're doing is going to go down in history as worthy. Shut your fucking mouths. We honestly need to get moving here and go towards the forward direction and not the left and right direction. All right, rant over. Let's move on to something else. All right. Let's talk about Washington. Washington fucking baseball team wins the World Series, and I don't really think anyone really cared because honestly, it was like Game 7, and I like walked in the room and I'm like, "Oh, baseball's still on." And my roomie's like, "Yeah, this is Game 7 of the World Series," and I was like, "Oh, is like Japan playing then?" And like we got Germany in. They're like, "No, it's just the American teams." Well, then why the fuck is it called the World Series? Obviously, I knew Japan and Germany weren't playing. I was just busting his balls. But, like, I don't get why we do that in the United States. We have, like, Mr. World or Mr. Universe or Mr. It's like, dude, we're just planet Earth and we're just America. And we're just like, yeah, we're in charge of the universe. What? It's good shit, though. I like it. And I don't think we realize, too, how lucky we are to be born here. I mean, we hit the fucking lottery being born in America. Unless you leave to go see, you're not going to realize it either. But, like, dude, the fact we are surrounded by so much wealth and so much prosperity that we don't even realize how good we have it. And what I mean by that is our poverty line in the United States is like 32 times higher than anywhere else in the world. Like, our poverty line is so much higher that, like, anywhere else in the world is considered to be wealthy. And I'm not saying we shouldn't help our impoverished people. We definitely should. We're like the wealthiest nation in the history of the world. We should definitely do more than just hang on to a couple bajillion dollars in some dude's bank account instead of helping literally everyone. But, you know, you can't force people to be helpful towards people. If they want to be a selfish cunt, then they can be a selfish cunt. It's their right. But that should make you get motivated to get up and fucking take that money instead of having some people keep giving that. I mean, they keep getting the money from average people like you and me, man. It's not like they're just finding fucking money. It's spending, and we're spending it, and then they're taking it, and that's what's happening. And they're not getting and they're getting tax breaks, and they're not paying taxes, and that's honestly what's happening. So, guys, just instead of spending all that money on whatever the fuck you were gonna, like, instead of going to a McDonald's or something like that, when they're, oh well, that's you know, a private owner owns that. Yeah, I know a local community guy owns it, but how about go to the mom and pop shop instead, dude? How about that place? Keep the money in your town. Keep the money local. Instead of spending money on that movie, how about go see some live entertainment somewhere and support a local entertainer? Because that's what I've been doing. I've kind of been super just ducking out of all these super, oh, you're just going to be like non-mainstream? You're just one of the... No, I'm not. I'm just trying to make a difference in any way that I can. And if I can do that, I mean, any one of you guys can do it. And if you guys are every day making little changes to improve your life and the life around you, that's all you can do. And that's all anyone can ever ask for. You know, there's a lot of pressures in the world to make you feel like you're not doing enough. And, oh, look at this guy. He's doing way better than you, so you fucking suck. Stop listening to that shit. I used to listen to that shit. In fact, I still sometimes catch myself listening to that shit. And I'm telling you, it's so not worth it, man. Just get your head down, fucking grind, get on your horse, and realize that anybody else's opinion doesn't matter, because the people who are telling you their opinions clearly have something going on in their lives that isn't working. Because those people who do have things going on in their lives that are working, they're just working and they're getting their money and they're paying those fucking bills, baby. And that's what all of us should be trying to do. And if you're seeing somebody kind of just shitting on human beings instead of ideas and stuff, then you have to understand that that person's going to be down there, and you need to let them go, and you need to move on, and you need to be a better person for yourself, and it's okay. It's okay to do that, because you would rather go through a short-term pain now of letting go of those friends than sticking around these fucking assholes for the rest of your life, wondering what could have been if you would have just let them go and chased and believed in yourself. You know, look at me getting all inspirational here on a Sunday. Welcome to church service. I kind of like doing these podcasts, man, and I love the fucking feedback, dude. Like, God, I get texts, I get messages, I get Snapchats, I get Instagram things, tweets, or twats, or whatever they're called. It's probably tweets. I say it out loud, it's probably not twat. Oh, Christ. All right. You know, and I want to just a little piece of advice for people too out there. The reason I'm setting up so many different lines of income too now, because I had a great job and it made a good money, but then I lost it, and look what happened, right? So what I'm trying, like, if people have gone through that same situation, man, you got to learn from that. We got to learn, hey, we can't only just have income from just our job. We got to be investing other places and see what we can do somewhere else. Because I still work a regular job. I actually work 2 jobs. I work a full-time and a part-time, and I podcast, and I do stand-up comedy, and I volunteer coach. I do all this shit. And I still have time to text all of you motherfuckers back. So I want to hear about how busy you are. That is such a fucking pet peeve of mine, dude. People, I'm just so busy. I couldn't get back to you. I'm busy. I'm not on my phone all day. I know you're not on your phone all day, and no one's saying that you're not busy. But you do go on your phone during the day sometimes, right? And you aren't always busy, because people who are busier than you are managing to figure it out. Like, dude, fucking the super pimp moment in my life occurred when, like, 3 super famous people reached out to me, like Dane Cook, Jim Gaffigan, and one more guy that I don't want to say yet. And there's a reason for that. But it's like, if these dudes have time to reach out to a little fucking stand-up comedian in the Midwest who they don't even fucking know, but they have the time to reach out to me, then I would expect my friends to have a fucking minute here too, just like they expect me to get back to them. And that's totally fair. So if you're the type of person that keeps telling everyone that you're too busy to get back to them, you're the asshole friend in the group. I just really want you, and I know, nope, that's not me. I have priority. I just want you to know, you can, no matter how many times you try to convince yourself that that's not you, it's you. Just toss that out there. I know I'm going to get hate for this, but whatever. I'm a person first type of dude, man. People come first. My people come fucking first. There is never a time you can go back, and any time that I've been in charge of anything, and all of my employees, my cadets, my fucking brigaders, all that shit, everyone will tell you that I put them first. And I do. I will always put other people first. That's just the type of person I am, man. And I don't know, I didn't get anything out of it, I guess. People keep saying, what are you getting out of it? Nothing, man. Not shit. Actually, fucking nothing good. But I think that this is just starting a trend of niceness and of kindness and of caring for other people around you, because this world just isn't going to work if we keep doing this, guys. It's not going to work if we go on the internet and find someone to hate, like that fucking Covington Catholic kid who got the little showdown. How many of us, I failed it. I thought that kid was a smirk fuck. But what it come out as? It came out that dude walked up to him and the kid was just standing there. Mind you, in further context, there was like 1,000 little stands giving away those fucking Make America Great Again hats. Like, almost everyone in that area had one on because they were literally tossing them out. I'm sure there was some promotion or some shit going on. So, like, we got to realize that we need to take a step back and be like, what could be going on here? What could be going on here? So, for instance, I had this great professor at the University of North Dakota. He was fucking awesome. His name was Jen Dryzik, and a lot of people didn't like him, but I really liked him because he didn't fuck around, man. He didn't tell you if it was wrong. He didn't tell you. He just told you exactly what it was. He didn't. There's no opinions. You know what I mean? He just told you the information. He let you draw your conclusion. And he was like, well, let's take this for example here. So let's say someone outside, there's a woman walking past that window, and she's completely bald. No hair on her head, and she's walking past. What happened to her? And everyone in the class kind of looks around at each other. And he's like, I don't know what happened to her. Do you guys know what happened to her? And they're like, no. And he's like, well, she got cancer. And everyone's like, oh no, she got cancer. And everyone immediately believed that she had cancer. Dude, he just said he didn't know what happened to her. And then he leaked a little bit of bullshit and everyone immediately believed it. So that's what he's trying to point out. Like, we don't know what we don't know. So we don't. She could have cancer. She could have shaved her head. She could have waxed her head. She could have that. Oh man, I have a friend with this disease, and I feel really bad for not remembering it. Shout out Coco, I love you. You're awesome. But you just don't know what someone's going through, and you just don't know the full story and the full scope. And I am guilty of it all the same. And I think until we all start recognizing that we ourselves are a part of the problem. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to say that they would have been the Nazi in World War II, but to be honest with you, you probably would have been the Nazi in World War II working for the government. Like, it is what they wouldn't have given you. They would have shot you in the head or say, work for us. What would you have done? You would have worked for them, dude. You would have. So no one wants to believe that they're the ones who would have done that. But everyone has just as much capability as being a fucking freak as the next person. And we need to recognize that. And that's why we need to walk calmly and nicely and love each other. I know, it's kind of crazy all this shit's coming from me. And for those of you guys who didn't know, back in high school, man, I was a fucking hothead. I had a lot of shit going on. I mean, I had issues with my dad where I just kind of had that relationship sever. I had problems with my mom. I had problems with everyone. I had problems with my brothers. I had problems with my friends. Problems with school. I fucking hated everything, everyone. If you would have talked to me, I probably would have just turned my shoulder to you. And I'm embarrassed to say it. I'm ashamed to say it, dude. That sucks. That fucking sucks that I was that person. But unless we realize that we have the ability to be that person, then we can't recognize when we are becoming that person. And I think that's really important for us all to understand. I don't know how long I've been going on this podcast either. I don't know how long these are, and I'm sorry if they're too short or too long or whatever you think. And when I have another guest on, I'm sure it's going to be another little longer, probably like an hour or two, just because I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and he's going to be a silly, goofy guy. He does a lot. He's actually one of my friends. His name's Nick Norby. He'll be here on Wednesday. That's the next podcast. He's a government contractor. He's gone to so many fucking countries. This dude's a G. He's from the Midwest. He's a fisherman. He's a pilot. This guy has got a life story that everyone just should hear, and that's why I want to bring him on. I'm pretty open about my life story, I like to think. Shit, some people are like, Jake, how about you shut the fuck up? You're like, yeah, maybe sometimes I do. Maybe sometimes I do need to shut the fuck up, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later. I'm just excited to have him on. He's a great dude. He's one of my best friends. He's fucking awesome. He's just genuinely down to earth, positive. He's just a good dude. So I'm excited for you guys to all meet him. Well, not meet him unless you guys all start driving here and shit. But you guys can hear from him, hear some of his thoughts, because shit, man, there's times where I need help. Like, I try to stay positive, and I'm like, dude, today's not the day for positivity. I'm jumping off the positive wagon, and I have sunk to the negative Nancy broken down car. And he'll just fucking get me some new tires and get me off those fucking cinder blocks and rolling down the street again, man. He's a good dude. He really is. So I'm excited for you guys to see him. Secondly, I'm trying to get some video casting going up too with this, because as fun as just listening to things are, a lot of people have been asking why my videos on YouTube aren't recording like my face. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like what the Joe Rogan podcast has done too. Like, everyone kind of wants to watch, which is cool. I like watching them too if I'm not, but so I'm going to try to get that going. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to do anything more interesting. I just sit here in this chair and I talk into this microphone about things that are on my brain. I shouldn't say on my brain, in my brain. A thought that's on my brain at the moment is, where the fuck do thoughts in your brain come from? You ever wonder, like, have you ever seen like that video? It's like, yeah, this is what a thought looks like going across, and it's like this little amoeba just scooting across your brain. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, what is that? And when you're thinking, and you're coming, and there's like, it's almost like, I don't know if your brain works like this, because a lot of people have told me that but like my brain, it just seems like there's this flow, like this ocean of ideas just constantly ripping around, and you're trying to like scoop it home with your bare hands. And where does that come from? What is that? I don't know. We're back to my psychiatrist here, which is cool. He's retiring. Yeah, he's seen me twice, and he's like, dude, I gotta retire. I don't blame you, brother. My therapist needs to see a fucking therapist sometimes after talking to my ass. But this dude, he was super cool. The only thing I don't like is I went in, and he was giving me a hard time about I think I talked about this on like one of my last episodes, but giving me a hard time about signing a medical marijuana card, which... ridiculous. Sign the fucking card, asshole. I'm gonna smoke it whether you want me to or not. Sign the card. Which he ended up doing, but what pissed me off was he was very reluctant to sign that, but he was super, super happy to give me a prescription for, what is that shit? Fucking meth. I can't think of the word. It's an amphetamine, but I can't... Adderall, I believe? Yeah, Adderall. Took one of those and about had a fucking psychiatric meltdown. My brain was going so fast. I honestly, I was like Concorde Superliner fast. Like before it lit on fire, it killed everyone. I was blasting through my brain. So I was like, enough of that. I need help calming down, not going faster. So this is what he does. He goes, hey, I'm gonna write you a new prescription. He gets me fucking Ritalin. Yeah, no. You know what? If Ritalin's for you, fine. But you know what? Ritalin's not for me. Okay? Riddle out is for me. I need Riddle out. I don't need Ritalin. I need Riddle out. Because that is what I need. I need my thoughts out. I don't need the riddles to come in. Which is what riddle in sounds like to me. It sounds like some riddling bullshit. SHITTE. Shit. I'm glad you guys like hearing me bullshit. I'm getting like more downloads as time goes on. That's fucking pimp, dude. Yeah, you know what? I was going to talk about one other thing, but I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that news for the next podcast. I got to have something to talk about then. I've got one more piece of news that is pretty exciting, and I will share that on Wednesday with you motherfuckers. All right, take care. All of you, have a great Sunday. Have a great work week. Tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow is a day to be motivated. Wake up, grab the day's dick, and fucking suck it. Have a good week, motherfuckers. I love you.